Shut up and sit down.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Epic Fail, episode 194. For those of you who are wondering, my name is Draven Dresden, and I swear I'm not hallucinating. I've just been awake for 3 days. Hallucinations will start in about an hour and a half, so that's how long our show's going to last. Because that's always going to be fun. Yeah. No, it'll actually, hopefully I'll sleep tonight at some point, and I won't start hallucinating tomorrow, because that's always fun. With me this week, I don't know if I am hallucinating or not. We've got Frasley. It might just be me, but I think you have an issue with your eyes. I don't know if that's just my hallucination or.
Let's see. You're right. I think they're acting weirder than they typically do. Because I typically have the lazy eye that looks like all over the place, but I think they're really dangling today. Okay, let me 3, 2. There we go. Okay, fixed it.
Okay, all it took was a sneeze.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, that looks a little more normal.
Yeah,
I think.
I have to say, Snapchat. So Snapchat's amazing on the phone, but they have a app that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's called Snapchat Camera. Oh, it's so much fun! So you never know what I might do next, but not during the show.
I mean, at this point. Anyway, how have you been? What have you been up to? All that other fun stuff.
Well, I've been going great. WoW's been good. I'm on my 5th Iron Tune, so it's up to 16. So it is a Taran Dwarf Paladin named Moonster. So enjoying that. Finally got the zoom pet over in Legion, the one where you have to stop the pet so the snail goes around. So I finally got that, and I got to be like, I got to make the Xenon girl, the 21st century joke. Oh, my supernova girl. But yeah. And then other than that, just like working on achievements. Nixia didn't mount me tonight, so I don't know what's up. So I'm and rep gated for the wolf for Otterbound. So just the normal stuff. Trying to realizing that come Tuesday, spoilers, I will be over in 2 different places. So I will be hanging out with my new bae, Mechagon.
Yeah, chat room's having kind of the same reaction I am, and Nixia didn't mount.
Yes. I mean, they already mounted Ellie, but that's a whole different thing.
I don't know which one of those I'm going to use as a show title, but those are definitely on my contender list. In terms of me, here has been my game time since last show. We had some tech issues, so I didn't get to play after the show like I was going to. Sunday, I had real life stuff. Monday, I had real life stuff. Tuesday, I had real life stuff. But I managed to get home in time to raid with the Rubber Chickens, and they did a transmog run through Mythic Tomb of Sargeras.
Nice. Seeing old Kill Jaden. How is he doing?
I have new respect for the dude who soloed him, because we had 20 people, and we got out of phase 1 4 times.
Wow. Okay.
Well,
so
by phase 1, I mean he jumps up and he's shooting stuff and all that, and then when he lands, I consider that to be phase 2.
Okay.
So we got him to jump up every single time. The problem is those little balls that drop that knock you back. There are more of them. They shoot. They make you jump further, and they're really quick. So the first one, there's like 2 of them, and there's like one in a corner, and then there's another one in another corner. Sometimes it's the opposite corner. Sometimes it's in a side by side corner kind of thing. And if you don't see where they're at and you get pushed the wrong way, you're gonna die.
So you could say that phase of the fight is a pain in the balls.
Yes, unless you're a demon hunter, in which case you could just double jump and glide and not worry about it. I was the last one left alive all but one time, and that other time, it was the rogue who just vanished. So yeah, demon hunters are cheap. Yeah, so that was fun. I thought maybe, I'm a demon hunter. Maybe I can solo. No. No. You cannot solo him as a demon hunter unless you maybe tank spec. DPS, at least at my gear level, no, it can't happen. I got him almost to jump back up a second time, but after that, it was gone. There was too many dots on me and debuffs and all that fun stuff. But
yeah. Once Rise of Nurmagon launches the expansion, then you'll be able to solo it on Mythic.
Maybe. We're going to new gear levels, maybe, yeah, who knows. That has literally been all of my gaming for this week. Because Wednesday I had to work. Normally my Wednesdays and Thursdays are shorter shifts, like 4 hours or so. Not a problem. I go in, for the movie theater job. I go in, we have one show for, each screen and all that. They're close enough together. It's not a big deal. I stay and I close up and I go home. So it's, like a 4-hour shift tops. No, not this week. I got a call at 10 a.m. Hey, we need you at noon. Because at this such and such time, this other theater needed help. We offered you for your normal shift, but you're going to have to stay a little later. I was like, okay, that's not a problem. Where is it? Oh, it's the nice theater that is 45 minutes away. So I did my earlier shift at the one theater, ended there, drove to the other one, did a shift there, and then I was told, yeah, we're doing this Thursday and Friday too. That's when I found out, was when I got up there, not before. So I had a 10-hour shift on Wednesday, a 14-hour shift on Thursday, a 16-hour shift on Friday, and about an 8.5, 9-hour shift today.
Is Toy Story 4 that popular?
It wasn't just Toy Story, but yes.
Wow.
It was a combination of, hey, big movie plus this one theater that I got sent to all 3 times was really shorthanded. So in the process of those 4 days, 38 hours in 4 days, it might be a little more than that. I don't know. I'm tired. I didn't do the math. I haven't slept in a couple days, as I mentioned earlier. That's a lot of time spent, plus, the whole family thing for the other days, helping out with that.
Wow.
And add on top of that, it's like 100 freaking degrees here, and I'm like, I need my AC set at 58. That's like double where I like it, which means it's like worse. So yeah, this week has been insane. I'm just so tired. I've got enough energy I can sit here in a chair and talk.
That's good.
I'm not sure how entertaining I'm going to be, because I might start seeing things crawling on walls at any point.
Well,
I might be one
of
the things crawling on a wall,
but yeah, just ignore that spider right behind you.
That's my dinner.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's fine. Ooh, yeah. That looks good. I like that.
And then for the artwork change here for this week, I chose the Avengers Infinity Gauntlet because it's coming back to theaters next weekend with 8 minutes of 8 minute, 5 to 8 minutes. I forget the exact time, but it's all post credits. There's nothing new mid movie, but it's all post credit stuff. There's a post credit scene. There's some deleted scenes, and there's a itty bitty little tribute.
So they're going to avenge Avatar, and this is going to be the movie that stays in theaters for infinity. It'll be a war of the movies.
No, right now the record they're the two closest record holders for longest in theater. One is, or no, I'll say number two is Titanic, which was in for 9 months straight.
Wow.
Number one, however, if I remember correctly, is Gone with the Wind, or some really old movie. I'm 99% sure it's Gone with the Wind. It was in movie theaters for 5 years. Now, that sounds better than it should. Keep in mind, World War One was going, and when I say 5 years, that's worldwide. So like it was in America for like a year and a half, then it went to Europe for a year and a half. It was in wherever else for like a year. You know, it was like it just moved. So that's why it was in theaters for that long. It wasn't everywhere for that long.
Okay, I can think. Hey, we want to go to the theater. Oh, what's the Gone with the Wind? Okay. Hey, we're gonna go to the theater again. What's in the theater? Gone with the Wind. Okay.
Yeah. You know,
Man, Hollywood has no new ideas.
that is sadly far more accurate than it should be.
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there. So yeah, that has been my week. I have had literally 2.5 hours of game time for the entire week, and the rest has just been prepping or recovering from long days at work and or helping with family stuff. It has just been an insane week. So to anyone who messaged me and I did not message you back, I was not ignoring you. I just literally wasn't there. I wasn't on the computer hardly at all. Like I was on it like for 15-minute spurts or something like that, or if I was on real late at night because I have insomnia, so I don't sleep.
Yeah. I feel for you, man.
Okay.
I admire you. Like if I was you, I don't know how I would do it. So the fact that you can do it all that you do, you have major props for me.
Yeah. My record longest day at work was 20 hours straight. Keep in mind though, that was only because something went wrong and I had to stay late.
Okay.
It was only supposed to be 17 hours.
Yeah, well, what's another 3 hours?
Yeah, at that point, yeah. I mean, so it was just one of those things. It was an easy fix, but it just was one of those easy fixes that it's easy, but it takes a long time to do.
I'm reminded of like Phantom of the Megaplex. It was the Phantom of the Opera Disney Channel movie where it was a movie theater, and this person made a Phantom in the Megaplex to try to stop the big release of a movie. Do you remember that one, or is that just me?
And you said Disney, and I blanked.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, it's just most Disney movies aren't for me. So, yeah. But that's a personal thing. If you like Disney, great. If you don't, great.
Yeah,
I don't. As long as you're not like you must watch this movie. I'll be like, no, I don't.
Hey, if you don't like it, then I just let it go. So it's okay.
No. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
So those jokes are kind of frozen. Okay, it's okay. But I know one thing that you do love, though. Even if you don't get to play it a lot this week, you love Blizzard and WoW.
Most of the time, I love it. There are some things that I have some like, really, did this really need to happen kind of thing? But overall, yeah, that's the game I've had the most playtime in ever. Except maybe Final Fantasy VII.
Okay, which is getting a remake, and I'm going to finally play that because it's coming out near my birthday.
I'm not getting it on release. I want to, but they're still doing it episodic, so you're not getting the whole game right away. So I'm going to wait until I can play the whole thing, and then I'll get it.
Okay, so by 2067, you'll be able to finally play it. Okay.
I might have a PS4 by then, yes.
Yeah, sounds good.
For just Final Fantasy VII Remake.
The last remaining PS4.
Yeah. It's like, why don't you want a PS12 at this point? Because I want to play Final Fantasy VII Remake. Oh, okay. Here you go.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, have fun with this. You can't. Uh, it's not embedded in your head anymore, and it
Yeah.
still uses.
This doesn't plug into your head, so you're not really there. You know that, right? Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yes. World of Warcraft. Normally we go through all the games, but this week in particular is a big week for WoW, so we're just going to be like, hey, Blizzard has other games. We aren't talking about them this week. It is going to be pure WoW from here, except for whatever tangents we go on, but in terms of actual news, it's all WoW related.
Us
I,
tangents
I make
never.
no promises on whatever tangent. Nickel.
Nickelback?
No,
Are they on tour again?
no, but hey, what's the cheapest concert you can go to see?
Let's see. And you're not counting pirating them, right?
No, it's you actually, yeah, it's an actual concert you go to see and you pay for it.
Let's see.
I'll give you a
Go
hint.
just see what.
I'll give you a hint. It costs 45 cents.
45 cents. Not so that's not 50 cents. Okay, that's a
No,
little
no.
away.
So you go to see 50 Cent with Nickelback.
I was on the right track, but I was
You were
like,
getting there. Yeah. A terrible joke, but it worked, so it's whatever. Anyway, well related. Thank you,
I
chat room.
love Ali's response in chat room.
Yeah, just like 8 dots in a row. Like, just don't. Anyway, well related. We got news that I was right and wrong. Because this week was one of the 2 weeks I said the patch is going to possibly drop. I was just figuring it would be the week after. And then you brought up, July 4th, don't make them work. And I think that's what really was the tipping scale. Like, hey, we're going to put it out here, and then the raid's going to come out 2 weeks later.
Well, I think you were right originally, and I think they listened to this podcast and they're like, you know what? You're right. We don't want to release it. So because of this podcast, it is this week.
So what you're saying is they rushed.
Yes, because of us. Because they're like, hey, that's a good idea. I mean, it's not. It won't be an epic fail to have it be released a week early.
I'm sorry for adding to your crunch time, Blizzard. I didn't mean to.
It'll just take in any issues and any overtime will just be taken out of our Blizzard pay.
Since it was Frasley who brought it up, it should be taken out of his pay. I'll take my normal pay.
I was already getting shortchanged. Come on.
You're a gnome. You can't save with a stack of coins anyway.
Okay, true. I see your point.
Anyway, 8.2 is coming Tuesday. So you know what that means. Najatar, Mechagon, Naga, gnomes, robot gnomes,
Yeah.
necklace power up, professions updating. The list goes on and on.
Gnome necklace, gnome trinket.
Yeah, there's the gnome trinket from Mechagon. The necklace gets upgraded. The heritage armor for gnomes and Tauren. There's so many things coming. So we're just gonna kind of go over kind of what should you be doing, or at least first, what should you be doing when it goes live, or for right now, prior to it going live. First and foremost, and I'm going out of order here, Fraz, just so you know. Your Paragon boxes, if you've been saving those, just open them. Or wait until Dark Moon Fair is up and get the rep bonus, just in case there's a rep thing that comes in them. I don't think there is, but you don't get any Azerite power from the boxes anymore, or come 8.2.
Okay, I can see that because we're already getting to the place where people are capping at 50, that they want to kind of probably slow it down.
There are people who have not opened a single one of their Paragon boxes.
Those, wow, they don't.
So,
they have way better patience than I do.
Well, they knew rep wise and stuff like that. Azerite power, if it came out of it, they would get it from once you get the necklace upgrade, which we'll talk about momentarily. You're going to get Azerite power. Boom, free necklace upgrades like that. So Blizzard was like, "Nuh-uh, we'll take an Azerite power away from that." I don't know why I'm doing that in that accent, but but They took away the Azure power from opening your weekly chest, the Paragon chest. Maybe not the weekly chest, I don't think, just the Paragon. And it's now from the quest turn-in. So all those Paragon boxes that you're like, I have tons of Azure power, yeah. Nope. You have tons of war resources, and that's it. Or, maybe a pet. And if you're really lucky, unlike me, a mount.
So you mean one of the emissaries will mount you? Okay, good.
No, they never do. They just kind of tease, like, we could. We're not going to, but we could.
So that means in Legion, all those emissaries must have swiped left on me. Okay, I get it.
I'm used to being swiped left on. Usually with windshield wiper. Like, we're not going to deign touching there with the finger. We're going to use a windshield. So, yeah. So feel free to open your Paragon boxes. That being said, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Well, Sunday and Monday. Tuesday you won't have a chance before the patch anyway. It is up to you whether or not you want to do your emissary quests. We do not know if you're going to get 3 new ones on patch day. Sometimes they do that. So, it's up to you. You take the risk, maybe. I mean, not really. Most people are probably at 50 on their neck by now because Blizzard set it up to, no, you're pretty much going to be 50 on your neck by the time patch if you play at all. I said most people. There are
okay.
You're doing a lot of alt things, whereas I focus on my main, higher levels, and I'm like, do I want to do something else? Yes. Log out. Do something else. I don't like leveling. I like leveling new expansions the first time, sometimes the second time, but after that I'm like, you know what? I don't want to level anymore. Ever. And then 2 years go by, I'm like, you know what? I could really level on my character again. But I always have leveled every class at least since Wrath to max level, every class. And then, with getting the Love Rocket, I just haven't felt the need to because that was why I was leveling them all.
And it doesn't exist. I mean, it's one of those, everybody who thinks that they have it doesn't have it. It's just hallucinations. They've all been working 3 days, 24-hour shifts at their movie theaters.
That explains so much.
Exactly, see?
But, yeah, so, anyway, getting back. The first thing you want to do when you log on Tuesday, besides turn in your emissaries if you held them, and they didn't get replaced by the new 3 if they do that, you want to get that necklace upgraded as soon as possible. Because everything revolves around that. So you log in, you get the quest. I think it's to go to Nagitar. You do a couple things. And then you have to go talk to Magni and Mother. And you get to hear the bad puns. And then you get your necklace like, oh, your necklace is unlocked. Here's the new stuff. Yay. And then you go do whatever you want. Some people are going to do it another way, not realizing, oh, I should have done that. No. As soon as you can get that necklace upgraded, you want to get that necklace upgraded because you're going to get a lot of that Azurite power just from your going in there and questing the first time. So as soon as it says, hey, you might want to go back, you want to go back.
So in essence, Mother knows best. Okay, got it. Because no, seriously, I was going to go to Nagitar in Mechagon. I'm glad to know as soon as I can get the neck, go to
Well, no,
Mother.
it's your same neck. They're gonna upgrade it or something. So as soon as it says, hey, you should go upgrade it, then just go upgrade it because it's you're throwing away Azurite power if you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good to know. See, I learned from the show. Yay!
Yay! Yeah, I'm useful.
Absolutely.
It was bound to happen eventually. Let's see. What else do we have? The raid will be coming out in a couple weeks. Got a 2-week period. So not this Tuesday, not the Tuesday after, the Tuesday after that. So if we do a show every week, 194, 95, 196, we'll say, hey, the raid's coming. Yay. And then LFR and the wings and all that. Typical. We'll get into a little bit more of that. There's a ton of new pets, a ton of new mounts. The mount equipment system will be activated on 8.2, which means your water striders no longer walk on water.
Yeah.
But you are going to get mail saying, hey, we found this for you. And it's a free walk on water for all your mounts. So you don't have to use the water strider. So if you have the water strider, you're going to still get to walk on water, only it'll be on all of your mounts.
Just be careful when you do that. It's per character, and know that you're making the decision to do that. Like it's a consumable from what I understand, so you have to make that decision each
Yeah,
time.
think of it like a gem. Once you put it there, it is there, and if you try to remove it, kaplooey. But it is cheap to go buy a new one because you already had
If
one.
you if you have the water strider, so I'm going to be insane. I'm going to go back at some point and get the water strider rep just so I can get a cheaper unlock.
Yeah, I mean, I look for unless they added some new ones, I didn't really see any that were like, "Ooh, this will be great." That being said, I have not played at Nagitar. I don't know the density, so I don't know if the lack of a stun is going to really make a difference because I very rarely get stunned anyway. But who knows?
Yeah, I find the mob stunning for me. I always get stunned. Was that a face palm or an eye roll?
That was a. I'm too tired for this.
Okay.
There's new types of gear. It's called benthic gear. It's basically Azerite gear updated for a new for Nagitar. Basically, it's Nagitar Azerite gear.
Yeah, and I heard like new traits and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Let's see, what else do we got? Mechagon Island will be out. There's tons of stuff you can do there, including that fun mechanical wheel that you ride in the middle of.
I'm looking
That's
forward to that.
gonna be a fun one to get.
And you get two of them. You get an easily affordable one that looks pretty beat up, but then you get the Tesla after you finish everything.
Yeah, that's the one everyone wants, and that's get all the achievements for the zone. I've seen some of those achievements. It's going to be a month before anyone gets it. Maybe not a month. It'll be at least 2 weeks, though. Just because I think there's like the RNG factor of this mob has to show up kind of thing.
So I'm aiming to get it, but knowing me, I won't get it till for a few expansions.
Yeah. Like I still have some Pandora mounts, I think. Timeless Isle. Yeah. Maybe they're just pets. I don't know at this point. It's been so long. So yeah, there's tons of stuff coming. Battle Pet Dungeon for Strathholm. I still haven't done the first Battle Pet Dungeon because they did it right after I stopped doing Battle Pet anything. I mean, if I see one, I'll collect it like if it drops. But I haven't done a Battle Pet battle in a while.
And we're getting Gnome and Taran Heritage Armor, so I'm excited for that.
Yes. So if you play Gnome, yay!
Wait.
If you play Tauren, you got some work to do. Now, both of them are going to have their own scenarios to get them. That's fine. Tauren have the added bonus of having to do the war campaign to get theirs.
But with the caveat I was hearing, as long as you do the Horde campaign on one character, it will work on all of your alts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's the way it's been. You don't have to do everything unnecessarily on those characters. It's just you have to have completed it at some point. Which the war campaign will be a day, maybe 2 tops. It's just one of those things. With, or in my case, with my schedule lately, next month.
And for me, I just gotta get a Taran up to 120 because I've finished the Horde war campaign, so I'm good.
No. There's new war campaign in 8.2.
And this is the whole war campaign?
Yeah, you have to be up to date with the new.
Oh!
So
okay.
New stuff is coming, you have to do that, and then also have.
Got it.
Yeah. So yeah, there's all that fun stuff. And there's lots of other stuff that you can check out. those are kind of the highlights for that. We covered the Azerite power turn-in, the Paragon boxes. People were saving so many of them that they were like, yeah, that's just not going to happen. So as long as you turn it in prior to patch day, you'll still get the artifact power. But once that patch hits, it's not going to be artifact power. Sucks to be the people who waited. I understand why they waited. Just in case Blizzard forgot. At this point, this is the third time in a row that they haven't. Just start opening them.
Yeah, I'm like a kid in the candy store. I cannot wait to open my stuff, so I consume it immediately.
I've been trying to get the mounts out of them, and I haven't gotten any. So, you know, it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And one thing that's coming that I'm excited for at 8.2 is flying.
I believe I can fly.
That song I struggle with. I used to sing all the time, but then R. Kelly is a complete, and I so. And I also feel a little salty. I have a video on Facebook of me singing that while putting my clothes into a hamster hoop. Yeah, I've got a hamster hoop. And today, Facebook's like, whoa, we see that this song is owned by somebody else, so we're going to mute the whole song. I was like, okay, just delete it. So I'm a little salty in that song now. That was my morning.
Yeah. I don't know how long it's going to take for people to actually get flying.
Yeah.
Probably within the first week, someone who will. And then most people within 2 weeks. Presuming you have part 1 done already.
Yeah. And you got to get rep on National Tower Mechagon. So people say that I'm going to spend all my time in Mechagon. No, I'm going to go visit a shower because I got to get some of that rep.
Yeah. And worst case, Dark Moon Fair's coming up again.
Exactly.
Get the Wii buff. Whether you ride the roller coaster or the carousel, doesn't matter. They both do the exact same thing. Carousel doesn't take as long to get that 60-minute buff. Just saying.
Wee.
Well, I mean, that's what happens if you ride the roller coaster.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get the rep buff or the XP buff if you're a max level. I mean, it's rep either way, but you do all that, you go, ba 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 ba, yeah. So yeah, you got to get the rep, you got to get the exploring, got to get enough quests done, the zones and all that, and I think that's really about it in terms of flying.
Yeah, and exploring. I mean, or did you already mention that?
Yeah, I said exploring.
Okay, it went over my head. So sorry, but yeah, I mean, for that,
Of course, it went over your head. You're a gnome. You're like
exactly.
You're like 2.5 feet tall. My steps are taller than you.
Oh wow! So you have a leg up on me,
and a waist, and a chest, and a shoulder, and the other shoulder. Yeah.
So and you're ahead of me. Okay. So
what is a Mannequin Head's favorite song?
I ain't got no body.
From David Lee Roth. Yep. I told that joke before.
I got a question for you though.
42.
Okay.
37.
Me too. Hey, that helps me too. Okay, good. Wow, you are psychic. I'm impressed.
I mean, I could always go with the Bill and Ted answer. Also known as the Thorn and Fist Liking Balls answer.
What's that?
What number do you think? I'll give you a hint. It's between 68 and 70.
68.5. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Or as I like to say, 69.
Okay. What is your question for real though?
So my question is, if I was on a raid team, I'm not, but if I was, when is the Shower Palace unlocking?
Normal and Heroic are coming out 2 weeks after patch day. So
okay.
The second week of July.
Got it. Okay.
Mythic will open the week after that, along with Alifar. And then Alifar opens up like every week or every 2 weeks. Let me pull up the actual thing to make sure I've got the actual schedule to be 100% sure. It is every 2 weeks.
Okay.
The raid finder will open. So July 9th or 10th if you're EU, normal and heroic. The 16th, Mythic and Raid Finder Wing 1. July 30th, Wing 2. And August 13th, Wing 3. And I'm going to reiterate to anyone who goes there, do emotes at Ashara when you see her.
Yes.
It will be fun. Everyone will laugh. And everyone will have a good time. And really, that's the point of video games. Everyone having a good time.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
Kara.
there's going to be some side effects. The elevator works. You can stand under it. It's fine.
And right now, this is when Kara is just going like, "Oh no, Draven, what have you done?"
I'm literally going to whisper half of RCC, presuming I can make it to raid nights when they are there. To be like, hey, you should like blow a kiss at Ashara. It'll be great.
Oh, hey, Kara, I'm sorry. Draven's the one who suggested this, not me. Though I'll do it in LFR. But yeah.
I promise it gives you a buff because it does.
I mean, yeah, kind of buff up your
No, she
Yeah.
showed like your little buff bar. If you blow her kiss, it gives you a buff. If you give a rude gesture of any kind, you get a different kind of buff.
Okay.
Either way, fun will be had by all.
Wow. Nice. And this shows that Zara is not listening to our podcast.
I'm simply making statements. I am not emoting at Ashara. I have not met her. All I know is she is supposed to be serving our Lord and Savior N'Zoth, and it has taken her 10,000 years, and what has she got to show for it? Nada. Like, it took you 10,000 years, and what have you done in that time? Okay, you rebuilt your palace. Okay, anything else?
Hey, but the fact that we're finding a good neck now shows that 10,000 years gives you such a crit in the neck.
So you're saying she didn't skip neck day?
No.
She obviously skipped leg day.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Alright, what else we got going on? Yeah, okay, so we got the war campaign updating. It involves Bane. Spoilers. I'm not going to say what happens there. Heritage armor. What else do we got? There's the Flightmaster whistle upgrade. There's new mounts. There's new world quests. There's professions and higher stuff. We should probably do professions first. Short version for profession stuff. If you're a jewel crafter, epic gems. Woo! That might actually be. I don't know what the exact numbers are. That's how busy I've been this week. I don't know.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a few. Alchemy, flasks, and I'm gonna focus on the raid stuff. I know there's other stuff too. Alchemy, better flasks, better potions. So instead of like 300 stat for a minute, or 20 seconds, or 800 or whatever that is, it's gonna be more than that, or for longer. Probably just a higher number for the same period of time. Flasks will be a higher stat bump. Those are the two really important ones, to be honest. All the crafting professions are going to get new stuff. I don't know about inscription. I did not see anything for inscription. Or engineering, but I'm assuming they can make new helmets and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at all the things here. There's a lot of good stuff coming in 8.2.
There's a lot coming in. Got 2 new zones, neither of which will actually be underwater. We have the underwater boss coming up, which is not nearly as bad from what I've heard. Because underwater, that's going to suck. No, it's not as bad. You're on platforms. You can swim above the platforms and not stand on the platforms. But that screws up druid healing circles and stuff like that. So you might want to just stand on the platform when you get to it. Because if you're too far above it, it doesn't affect you anymore. Just a quick heads up, because I've heard so many people say, yeah, I can't float too high because, and he does ground effects, so you kind of have to float up. Okay, go back down. Fun times. All right. What else do you see, or do you want to go into the other silly little picture from the title screen?
You know what? I don't see anything else. I mean, because there's just like so much to discover, and
Yeah. Which, if we have time after this next thing, we'll talk about discovering things.
Ooh. I think that's feasel-able.
With that, you can find me at... Nah. All right. That's just terrible.
Hey, Jeremy Feasel, if you're listening, hard hands.
Okay. So, I'm going to pull up the title screen real quick. Fraz, you've seen a picture of it. What stands out more than anything else as being strange about the title screen?
Let's see. The most strange thing,
Other than our logo.
yes, other than the logo, is that we have a. I'm trying to get a light bulb on this. No, wait. That was Einstein. No, wait. This is Einstein. That was Edison. Yes.
Okay, so the title screen I sent you, I believe, last night, maybe earlier today.
Oh,
Not the last couple
one.
things. Yeah, the actual title screen. It's up on screen now.
Let me look at this.
What's the weird part of it more than anything else that stands out?
The grapes.
Those are not grapes.
Eggs?
They're not eggs.
Fetuses?
That now you're just getting weird.
No, I'm trying to decide what those are because because I don't know.
Those are prunes.
Prunes!
Or, at the very least, what Google search told me were prunes. If they're not actual prunes, blame Google.
I didn't know if fish things were different. Okay,
No,
prunes.
No, they are prunes, and I picked that picture because it was funny, and they were Blizzard talked about how they pruned abilities a little too much again.
Okay.
Yeah. There was a reason for it. There's often a reason for things I do. I just don't always know what that reason is.
And it shows I don't eat enough prunes.
Yeah, and apparently Google lied to me.
Oh.
Because the prunes are dried plums. But I thought raisins were dried. You know what? It doesn't matter. Google, shame on you. Shame on you, Google. Not just for normal stuff, but for this in particular thing. You're making me look bad, which is actually really hard to do because I put a lot of effort into making it so easy.
Hey, Google, play Shame, Shame, Shame.
Shame. Anyway, class design and pruning. Ian went and did a developer insight video interview type thing. And there's a lot here. So we're going to talk about just a couple things in here. If you see anything you want to hit in particular, feel free to jump in. But yeah, he's just like, yeah, we got rid of certain abilities because it seemed weird to keep them. I'm paraphrasing. He didn't say it this way. It was just more of all those weird things that you could do. We didn't want you to be able to do all those things. And I'm just like, but why? Take away the macro, the hit everything macro. I'm fine with that. I don't like it, but I'm fine with it. It makes sense. Especially for like the Fury or Arms Warriors or whatever it was that had the macro that's like, okay, every single cooldown, boom. That makes sense. Get rid of that. So you can't have them all at the same time. Fine.
Yeah.
But why get rid of all these abilities and then kind of hint that they're coming back? I mean, they're coming back because of player feedback. But like, why can't we have this?
One thing I could see is player confusion. It could be hard, like, because I sometimes don't even know what abilities to use properly, and I'm always being told, well, you should be using this. So I'm learning rotations.
Okay. That's why you... I'm going to sound like an elitist here, so I'm going to apologize in advance. That's what leveling is for, to teach you how to use your abilities. You can even go into your ability spellbook thing and mouse over it, whether you know it or not, and it tells you that this is what it does. This is like, you have to be in certain range. You have to be in melee range. You have to be behind your opponent. You have to be standing on their head, clucking like a chicken, with one toe on their shoulder. Really? Why is that there? Meet this circumstance. You can use this ability if you're in the proper range. In terms of rotation, yeah, that takes you either have to look that up and then, memorize it or get an add-on that, boom, it's on my screen. Okay, I have to hit this button, then this button, like that. And, eventually you will get that muscle memory for your rotation. So you may or may not decide to keep the add-on, but not every ability needs to be in the rotation. It could be like a circumstantial, okay, I play a hunter. I'm going to use Raptor Strike. No longer hunter ability unless you're a melee hunter, and then maybe to slow the enemy down so I can run away so that I can shoot him with my bow. There's no dead zone anymore, so you can do it from point blank, so it doesn't matter. But, things like that. Why is that gotten rid of? You could slow an ad down to help with kiting.
Well, and they did add the ability in your spellbook to see what's on your action bar and what's not, and then where it is. And that has helped me a lot. Because, like, I'm like, so
Yeah.
I would, and I can see then being like, okay, I need this thing in this particular area. The other thing I would like to see is there be a button in the interface. Like how some games have like tutorials. It'd be nice to press the button and be like, hey, can I do a class trial again? Because those are nice.
I would say that wouldn't be a bad idea. I would also say that you can do your own by going into a earlier dungeon and soloing it. Not one that you can, like, I wouldn't say, I'm a level 120, I'm going to go into a level 12 dungeon and figure out my rotation. No, that won't work. You need to go into, like, last expansion, maybe the one before it, whatever, depending on your gear and your own comfortability. Go in there and do it. Yeah, you're going to be able to kill things, but you'll be able to figure out your rotation and practice it if you have the add-on, that kind of thing.
Okay, and that's also what the training dummies can be useful for too.
Yes, training dummies are useful for that. For like, especially for, is this item really better? Because I don't feel like simming it. I would sim it just because I'm lazy and I don't want to spend the time on the training dummy. Because it takes less time to sim it than it would to do the training dummy properly.
Yeah.
So, plus I'm carrying like 87 helmets and 45 shoulders and 15 chest pieces and 19 trinkets. Only 2 of which I can use, even though the other ones are all higher item level. But that's a complaint that I've made many times already, so I'm not going to do it again.
And you're just a hoarder, yeah.
Well, there's that too. But no, my brain is like, okay, these are all the similar item levels. within 5 or 10 usually. And they're all different. Like, they're different named. So that means they're going to have different, in this case, Azurite stats or abilities. Depending on what I get, different abilities might have a higher quote-unquote weight to them to make this item worth more. So if I get a certain item, let's say I get a new weapon. Yeah, right. But let's say I do. And then it has a ton of haste on it. So I'm like way over the haste cap where I should be at. Having an item that increases my haste via Azurite powers is a waste because I'm already over that cap. That's making another item better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm min-maxing beyond what I'm playing, but that's just how my brain works. Like, I'm min-maxing like world first people would, even though I'm nowhere near that playing. I'm doing heroic, some mythic, but that's just how my brain is, and I can't stop doing it because that's just how it happens in my head. Now, once I get to my 6th or 7th or 8th, character, if I get that far, then yeah, I'm just gonna be like, higher item level, sure. I'll probably keep 1 or 2 different options and not 15, but for the most part, it's not gonna be anywhere near as bad as like my main paladin or my main demon hunter or anything like that. Plus, I'm just weird. So
Yeah, and for me, I'm not a min-maxer.
yeah,
But
so
that's me.
if you're not going into raid, you don't need to worry about min-maxing. If you're not doing high-level mythic pluses, and by high level, I'm not talking like 25 and up. I'm talking like 6. If you're not doing 6 pluses, I know that's not a high level, but for a lot of people it is. If you're not doing that, then you probably don't need to min-max at all. You can normally go for the higher item level with very few exceptions, trinkets being one, rings being another, and some Azurite pieces. Other than that, it's probably going to be just a higher item level, good to go. But yeah, you don't have to min-max, especially if you're not raiding or doing high mythic pluses. If you are just out in the world, I'm just doing my dailies, then you have no need to min-max whatsoever because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I think what does matter in this situation is the fact that Blizzard acknowledged that they went a little too far. That they were giving us too many prunes.
Yeah. It's fine. I understand what they were trying to do, and I mentioned it whenever they said, hey, we're going to do this. I was like, they're going to go too far, because they always do. But then they're going to start giving us stuff back, so it's going to be okay. But for that little bit of time, it's going to suck. And it wasn't nearly as bad as it could have been for at least the classes I play. Some of the other classes got it way worse. So, sucks to be them.
And Legion, the beginning of Legion, felt really weird when we got everything taken away.
That was the end of Legion, but yeah.
Oh, that was the end, because I remember class change, like we lost the glyph system in the beginning of Legion. There was a big change. Legion.
Oh, Glyphs has been one of those things that's just been so weird since it started that every single expansion is something different, and it becomes less and less and less to the point where no one cares anymore. They're just like, yeah, these glyphs exist, but unless you're a boomkin with flap, no one cares. Because they took out pretty much all the other ones. Like, I had a glyph of my Avenging Wrath for my Paladin where I could pop it and slow fall with it. So in case I didn't have bubble ready or anything, any other immunity, I could get close to the ground and hit Avenging Wrath and survive the drop because slow fall. But no, they took that one away. But druids get it. I don't know why I can't have it.
When you mentioned flap, I was thinking the fact about how I'm sad Fortnite finally got a dance studio. Or they've had it for a while and we never got a dance studio. I mean, and we have better things than the floss or the orange justice.
I've given up on us having an actual dance studio. Unless they they're like, hey, we have all these new people who no longer have anything to do on this StarCraft game, make them make the dance studio real quick, and then they can go work on something else. That's gonna be the only thing that's gonna be the only way we get it, unless they're like, hey, you're a coding company, make us a dance studio. It's just not. It's one of those things that's not going to happen, and I'm fine.
Or
with,
Activision.
I'm fine
Activision
with
buys
it.
Epic.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, that would just be too epic.
I mean, they could try, and then it would be an epic fail.
That was good.
Hashtag name drop. Hashtag bad pun. Hashtag shameless plug.
Hashtag awesome.
Hashtag no.
Yes.
Anyway. Wrong screen. Let's see. They gave Warriors, since we were talking about the parading Warriors, where you can't pummel, hamstring, or charge unless you're in the appropriate stance. That was weird. But that was one of the things they mentioned specifically. And, it was just things like that. They were like, well, you really shouldn't have those abilities without being at a certain spec anyway. Whatever. They went overboard. They've admitted as much, basically, as what this long tangent has gone away from and come back to and gone away from and come back to multiple times. So, I'll leave it up to you, Frasley. Do we have time? Because it is now 11 o'clock. You go to bed sooner than I will, even though I have been awake for 3 days. You'll probably still fall asleep before I do.
So far, I feel good, and I'm not playing an Iron Tune. So if I start getting tired, it's all good. And the worst case, the end of the episode is like 5 hours long because we both just fall asleep and we're just going like,
it's dark out. I'm awake. I just have no energy.
Okay.
Like, I can do this and all that, but like I just don't have the energy to get up and move.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I didn't leave the house today.
I did. I had to go to work again.
Oh.
I should have just put a cot in. I might have got some sleep. All right. So anyway, Fraz has okayed it. So the secret Discord, those things. So those weird mounts that you had to go way over here and over there and over there and over there. You got to do this other thing. You got to battle this other pet with this other pet because that's the only way you can beat him. That kind of thing. The secret finding Discord is on the hunt for at least 13 things. We don't know what all 13 of those things are, but they think there are 13 separate things they're looking for, at least.
Wow.
I'm a member of that Discord. I don't participate in it almost ever, but I am a member of that Discord, so I know when they're looking for something.
Like, I remember Lucid Nightmare was insane how somebody figured out like those things, and like No My God was part of it, but still how you thought about this and all that, and then like the waste of time, which is not a waste of time.
Oh no, it is a waste. It is a waste of time.
But it's missing the little pendulum.
It's a belt with a clock. I have a feeling that's going to be part of this one of these other ones. It's going to upgrade your belt to give you the little pendulum.
Yeah.
Either that, or they're like, that looks a little too phallic. We're getting rid of it.
Well, I think that's why they got rid of it in a way because they didn't like how it dangled.
Yeah, they're not a big fan of dangly bits, but yet we're going to be able to transmog out of all our clothes.
Except the pants.
Except the pants. But still, that still leaves some dangly bits depending on which gender you're playing.
And they also stopped us from modding things, so you can't be like in The Sims where you get rid of the filter in the shower.
Okay. One, I don't understand why you would do that. Two, they are never going to get rid of that kind of a mod for people who want to do it, because as long as it's on client side, they can't always find it.
Okay, so Gold Star will be fun. Nice.
Yeah. And I am muted. No, okay, I wasn't muted. Good. It looked like I was muted for a second. So yeah, there are always going to be a way to do it. As long as it's a client side, so it's only what you see and not what's projecting out into the game. Like, oh yeah, I edited the code, so now everyone looks naked all the time, no matter what they're wearing. That would be bad.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
forget how we got into here.
waste of time started it. Yeah.
Oh,
Secret
yes,
finding.
yes.
So, okay, so things that we know for sure from the secret finding Discord. There's a secret fish type achievement
Ooh.
where you will get. I'm going to mouse over it here real quick. It is a toy where you can fish anywhere.
Whoa. That is insane.
Now, I said anywhere. And instantly you're like, but you can fish in any water anyway. But I said anywhere. I did not say anything having to do with water. You can fish on land. On a hill. You can go to the top of Storm Peaks and use your fishing pole.
And sorry, Kara, I know this will also, you can be fishing in a raid. I'm sorry, Kara.
We do that now, but just we do it prior to raid.
Okay.
That little puddle when you walk into Crucible of Storms does not look like you should be able to fish. But you know what? We do it anyway, because you can't tell us what to do. Unless you're the raid leader and it's like, hey, it's raid time, stop fishing. Okay. So we know about that. We know Mechagon hard mode is out there.
That is awesome.
We don't know all the rewards for it. We did find a mount, or I'm going to say they because I didn't really help. They did find a mount that comes from Mechagon, but no one knows how they get it. But we know that there's a hard mode in Mechagon. So I'm thinking maybe that mount is for hard mode Mechagon.
Nice. Wow.
It is that car mount from last week. From the
Okay,
title screen last
cool.
week. I'm thinking that might be where it's from. Don't quote me on that. It just stands to reason. And on tab, we also know about a mount that you can get from a Murloc.
Ooh. And is that? Oh, please be triple triad. Please, please be wild person triple triad.
It's MRRL. That's the name of the Murloc. Merle. And he can sell you the Crimson Tide Stallion. Which, if I'm looking at... I want to pull up the picture of it. So I'm thinking it's one thing, but I've been awake for so long, I don't know. It is the unicorn-looking seahorse. It looks like a unicorn seahorse.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
And I got it wrong. It's not a trading card game, but it sounds like trading. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to do stuff for him. You just got to do all kinds of things. It's a long, it's a long process, and it's just they know about this is stuff they know about.
And no, Ali, it is a one of the seahorses. It's a crimson seahorse.
Yeah, it's a red seahorse, but it has like a little horn coming out of its head, hence the unicorn. Or at least that was the picture I saw. Maybe I'm just seeing the hair on it, weird.
Yeah,
been away for 3 days. It's possible the hallucinations have started.
I see the horn, but I could also see being hair. I mean, because it has a helmet.
Yeah. So who knows? So speculation. The one that everyone wants more than anything else, the B mount.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful. So right now, first off, there's another color of the seahorse that they think they're looking for. They're not 100% sure. But the B mount, we mentioned this a while back. You probably need the B pet which you have to do a couple dailies, on Storm Song for this, kid. It doesn't take too long. It's like 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, something like that. They're doing this one daily. It's cake.
Yeah.
But they're pretty sure you need that mount, or that pet, to get the mount, because you need someone to translate into B. And that makes sense that you would need a B to translate into B, because what are you going to do? By the way, anyone who gets this, I name my bee Eric for Red Nose Day. And if you get that joke, or if you get that reference, 10 internet points go to you. Fraz, you will not get it, I guarantee it. Unless you Google it. And then maybe.
I'm not going to Google it. That would take away the fun.
Yeah. I'll tell you after the show.
But yeah, I see why people are buzzing about this, because this is really cool.
Yeah. It is the B mount. People have wanted it since BlizzCon, when they showed people riding a B mount, not realizing thus far it has been just a taxi.
Yeah, and it is amazing when you're in the taxi. I mean, it's a little sticky when you get off, so I'm going to be glad to be able to not get stuck to the honey.
Well, I mean, if you're sticking to the mount, that just means you need to wash your clothes better. You sick, perverted freak.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
And for those of you who got that reference, just be glad you're not 10 anymore. All right, so then there's the ATV tints, which is that mount I think is the hard mode. The different paint color. Oh, maybe it might just be the. Okay, maybe I'm wrong about that mount. Maybe it's the blacksmithing engineering mount. Yes. Okay. So yeah, we have no idea what the mount from Mechagon is. We just know there's one there.
Ooh.
The engineering/blacksmithing mount is the mount that I was making reference to.
And this could be the first step toward dyeing things, because with the ATV, the blacksmithing mount, you can dye it.
There's already a hunter pet that you can have different colors of.
Oh, I'm dying for you to tell me more.
In Siege of Orgrimmar, if you are a hunter, you can go in, you have to kill certain bosses, get certain drops, look on the ground for paint and all this other stuff. You can build your own robot scorpion. I think it's a robot scorpion. Don't quote me on that. It's a hunter pet either way. And depending on which paint bucket you pick up, because you can only pick up one, you build it, and then depending on which paint bucket is which color you get. But you can get every version. You just have to go back week after week after week to do it.
That is awesome. It's like the chocobo coloring in Final Fantasy 14.
Okay, I was going to say 7, but then that would have gone into a completely other thing involving people sticking to their mounts again.
Okay, yes.
Because chocobos are weird, man.
Oh, but chocobo racing is so much fun.
I know someone who literally got to that point and did that for so long they forgot what they were doing in game, so they gave up. They've never gotten past that because they just have so much fun with the breeding and the racing of the chocobo. They just they completely forget what they're doing. But anyway, that's a tangent. We're going to get back on track. So yeah, you have different colors of that mount. They're different mounts, I think. So different tints of the same mount. You just got to build them out and then add the tints. I want the dark one. Go figure. The black one. That's the one I want.
I want the red one. Ooh.
I want them all, but that's another thing. There are some toys and some pets that they have no clue what they are. They just know they're there. The microbot pet. The irradiated elementaling. It's a Mechagon something. We don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, these are all cool. I'm looking at the tooltips, like the Pearl of the Abyss. You feel compelled to place the dark pearl upon your head. Why would you do that?
Well, I mean, I've already got an eyeball on my head, so why not add a portal?
Okay. I absolutely.
The eyes are portals to the soul. Why not just add a portal to the eye?
Yes. I see what you did there.
Okay. Anyway, those are the ones we know for sure are secrets. There are some other things not in the Wowhead article that are in the secret finding Discord that I'm not supposed to know about because they're tracking it and they don't want anyone they don't want public. It's not a public thing. Somehow or other, my account, because I helped out, I guess once, got bumped up, and they just never bumped me back down. Either that or one of them recognized my name. I don't know how or why, but whatever. Because
Because they listen to the show. Hi.
I doubt it, but maybe. Anyway, so there are some other things they're looking for that aren't, I'm going to say, public knowledge. They're honestly, they're going everywhere in the world in the game, and then they're going to all the other worlds in game at the same time. They're doing all the raids all the time, all the dungeons. They are covering this game head to toe. I wouldn't be surprised if at least 1 or 10 of them are going to everywhere they can out in the worlds as a ghost. Just in case.
Does that mean no Mergon?
Well, I mean, you can't go into a dungeon as a ghost.
Oh, true.
Yeah, because once you go in the portal, if you can go in the portal, then you're alive.
Okay. Unless they have found the secret Nomergon city. That's not a dungeon.
Yeah, it's called Mechagon.
Oh, true.
They can't get there yet unless they're on the PTR, which is where they do a lot of their searching too. But yeah, so there's lots of secrets. There's lots of things coming. As I said earlier, I'm going to repeat it now. Whether you keep your 2 emissary quests, if you do them, I have not done mine in like 2 weeks because I haven't been able to play almost at all. That's fun. John Jagger, this message is to you. I'm going to stop making fun of you for doing a podcast about WoW while not playing the game. I was only being silly, and I knew you still liked the game and all that, but I did give you a hard time. This is an apology to you. Anyway, now that that's out of the way.
Well, and hopefully that message reaches him to his core.
That was kind of a morally gray joke.
Oh, true. I was trying to delve into dungeons, kind of like seeing what the
Telling a story.
telling a story, trying to
Yeah.
figure out what I can do in a dungeon. I mean, because we're all Blizzmates here, and some weeks when I'm on here, my connection is lagging balls. So
Okay, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different podcasts that owe us royalties this week. Shall we continue?
I can keep going all night.
I mean,
because we can assemble some more pylons and show the world that. And when I hearth, I can be a casual. Sometimes the rolling restarts of pun jokes happens a lot. Tuesdays have to be a fun realm maintenance.
Frasley gets muted in 3, 2, 1. Chat room, he thinks I was kidding. He's actually is muted, and I can still hear him, but you can't. And he's back. Anyway.
Oh, I was so lonely.
Anyway. It has been a while. We need to go. Frasley, I'm sure you are getting tired.
I'm getting slap happy.
Yeah, I need to get this light turned off because it is a freaking hot light. And I'm just melting here in the chair. I feel like someone dropped a house on my sister.
Ooh.
I don't remember having a sister, but somehow I just feel like someone dropped a house on her at this moment, and I'm like, how could water ever touch me? I'm melting. Anyway,
Well,
so go ahead.
no, I was about to say, I lost the joke. It just flew away from me.
So you were like a bird, and you only flew away.
Yes. Eh, eh, if I could be a bird, I could fly away from here, because uh, that was a Forrest Gump reference
Mm-hmm.
from a very sad scene, actually, from Forrest Gump. So let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway, so moving on, Alessander, we love you. We did not cover StarCraft at all, but to be fair, we didn't cover anything but WoW this week because there's just so much to do for the new patch. We'll get back to every game mostly, ish, kinda next week. Fraz, you said last week privately to me you will not be here, so I have to find. I'm still looking for a co-host for next week, and then the week after you won't be here either. So I will say, have fun on your vacation.
Yes. That week I won't be having any games. I mean, I did download Stardew Valley to my phone, so I'm hoping to play that because I don't have a Switch. I looked
Say
at it.
no, delete that. There's a new game out there that you want to get. It's called Harry Potter Wizards Unite.
I downloaded that too.
I don't have it, but for not because I'm against that kind of game. I don't give a crap. I know my area. Like I know someone else who has it. There is nothing here. It is empty. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, I guess I really don't need it then.
Magic has never touched the area where Draven's at.
I've eaten it all.
Or
I've eaten it all.
yeah,
It was really good with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
did you add a little bit of ketchup and sriracha?
No, but I did make a ketchup joke because Laura was been doing that ketchup, the something something of something else. I couldn't help myself last night because I'd been away for so long. I was like, ketchup, the devil lore of food. And I was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Blame insomnia. I don't think he's blocked me yet, but
A good pun is like pineapple on pizza.
there is nothing good about pineapple on pizza. That being said, I have not had it, and if you enjoy it, great. Not for me.
It's so good.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, we are so far off the rails, even compared to normal. We need to jump back over here. Crap train.
Yes.
Fraz, how do people get a hold of you online? Do you have any shout outs? You do podcasts, you know the drill.
You can find me at Frazlytastic on Twitter. Every week you can find me at gnomepodcast.com. And at the Monday after this episode airs, I will have Thist. And Thist was amazing. So I loved this episode and I actually got the talk about MDI, E3, and get some awesome advice from Thist. So I'm excited for that. And a shout out. Do you know what I want to give a shout out to? I want to give a shout out to two Pandaren. So Tosh Mifune and Professor Talib in the Halfman Report. They are kicking butt and they have like surpassed episode 70. So way to go and keep on Pandaren on. I was trying to keep on Keaton on from the Family Ties, but that didn't work. And eat noodles.
Okay. Interesting.
It's a great show. So I highly recommend it.
Okay. As for me, getting a hold of me at Draven Dresden over on Twitter. That's easiest. Just be polite. Avoid there's very few conversations I don't want to deal with. But as long as you're polite, we'll say 99% it's good to go. As for shout-outs, I had one, and I forgot what it was, because that's how tired I am. Like, I literally had one 5 minutes ago, and it just completely my brain. So, instead, I will give my shout-out to Marvel, and the Avengers for bringing their movie back this next weekend to kick the crap out of Avatar because it's only like $47 million shy of getting number one for everything. And that'll be great. Then I can be like, about freaking time.
Absolutely. And such a great movie. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I still need to
Yes.
watch the other Avengers. That's a whole different story.
Yes. So, even if you have seen Avengers, go watch it again. 1, it's a really good movie. 2, there's stuff at the end this time. No, really, there's stuff at the end this time. Like 8 minutes of stuff. Go.
So make sure to
watch it for that.
To go pee. Yeah, make sure to pee halfway through.
Yeah.
There's probably a good scene, maybe like about an hour and 20 minutes, and then you can go pee.
No. Go to the bathroom before the movie. Watch the entire movie. Watch the little tribute with the actors, their signatures and all that. That's a well-known thing now. And then when that comes on, when that gets done, go to the bathroom. And then you still have 12 minutes of credits after that, because there's 17 minutes of credits to this movie because there's that many people who worked on it. Then you can come back to the theater and make it for the end stuff.
Okay, good, because like my bladder's too small to make it through a 3-hour movie. So I'm glad to know that it's...
Yeah. And as for other legal things that I should probably talk about before I end the show, patreon.com/podcast-fail. If you want to give the show $1, $2, $5, whatever, really. I mean, if you get a winning $300 million lottery ticket and you're like, you know what? I want them to quit. Here's $300 million. Just go away. I would say you overpaid, but I would still take the money. So yay. Show's free. We're coming up on 200. I got to figure out and hopefully have time to do something for it. At this rate, that's not going to happen. There's something extra. Like, I had a few ideas, but I don't know that I'm ever going to have the time to do it. Like, tomorrow, I don't think I'm getting out of bed. I'm just going to, like, crawl into bed and not get out and stay there all day. I will try to do something unique. I make no promises. I will try. That being said, if you want to donate to the show to, make it so that I don't have to work 80 hours in 4 days, slight exaggeration, it was only 40 hours in 4 days. Feel free, and there you go. Discord, bit.ly/epicfaildiscord. Frasley does stuff. Aleandris does stuff. Alessander posts StarCraft stuff because, that's what she does, and we love it because
Absolutely.
I don't always get to see the StarCraft stuff live because it's at 5 a.m, and that's usually when I go to sleep. When I sleep.
Well, and I'm scared at all the AI stuff that Alessandra keeps bringing out. I mean, that's stuff that the machines are rising up.
Okay, so what's going to happen is the machines are going to rise up. We're going to fight them off. They're still going to win. So we're not going to be like slaves or anything, but they're going to win, and we're going to be like fighting for our own survival. That's when N'Zoth is going to show up and be like, I can help you. I know how to beat these guys. Follow me.
Yes. Give me your...
That's what's going to happen. Real life
Give
N'Zoth.
me your souls.
But I need them. They're in a jar in the closet over there. None of them are mine, but I need them.
Wait, how did you get the souls into a jar? That takes a lot of work.
Actually, no. You just need a special jar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm part Shang Tsung.
Ooh, so when Marie Kondo comes over and says, "Does this bring you joy?" He has to smash the jar, right?
No, I will be like, no. Like the joke I always tell about a sense of humor. It's in a jar in my closet, right next to the souls. So, yeah. All right. And the last thing I need to mention before we end the show, the opening music at the beginning, which is thus the opening music, redundant state of redundancy, was found at bensound.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Basically, give them credit. You can use their stuff. They're happy. Just give them credit. And you can use their stuff. Some stuff is over the pay. It's really cool. I got a free one because it said shut up and sit down. I had to use it. At that point, it could have been freaking Britney Spears singing, and I probably would. Well, maybe no, not Britney Spears. I wouldn't have done that. But it would have been. It could have been like crap after that, and I would have been like, yeah, I'll still use it. And if it would have been crap after that, I probably still would have used it anyway because epic fail. Anyway, tangent.
I'm holding back some jokes.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. As is tradition, Frasley, do you have any last words for the
Yes.
show?
Sorry, Kara.